Well, it's September, and it's just unbelievable how fast time passes. This month, we want to shift our focus to youth and students. Students and their experiences drive the work we do here at NDC. Their experiences, whether good or bad, influence us on how we think through system barriers and what deaf success can look like as we move forward. We recognize that learning and growth are not constrained to only the classroom setting. Rather, there are a number of other elements that help shape how deaf youth can excel. I'm pleased to welcome Diego Guerra, who put together some thoughts, insight, and recommendations for you to keep in mind as you work closely in support of deaf youth. Thank you.
Thank you, Tia. I'm Diego, the Community Engagement Coordinator at NDC. I will briefly talk about youth development and how we can support students when returning for a new school year, either in person or virtual. It's still stressful, high emotions of uncertainty, doubt, but also excitement and looking forward to meeting new friends, seeing people we haven't seen in a long time. Many truths can exist at the same time. So how can we support students as a whole? First, we have to remember the students did go through so much the last 18 months, like we did. They made it through a whole school year in a virtual environment. We may see some students who have a strong understanding of what is going on in the world, the pandemic, and are able to process their feelings. Another group of students may not have the similar experiences, probably isolation, limited access to information, haven't really had an opportunity to process their feelings and or trauma related to what has been happening the last 18 months. There may be some students who are just moving along for the ride. All of these experiences are completely fine. How can we support all of those students when they return to their classroom? Youth development is all about developing students' self-determination skills, building their community, support systems, and preparing for the next chapters of their lives. I highly encourage you to think about leading conversations with your students. Let them lead the conversations too. Talk about how your classroom can set expectations for the new school year, how they are feeling about going back to school, and what they are comfortable or not comfortable with, and more topics to create a space where they can process their feelings and thoughts. Some students could leverage this opportunity to learn more about others' experiences and process their own with new information they are able to access. Other students could model how they used self-determination and or self-advocacy during their experiences. Those conversations could lead to great opportunities for youth development. Open communication is key. There might be students who are not feeling up to talking with others, and that's fine too. There are other ways to connect with them through resources. Maybe they need an adult they would build trust and talk to, and possibly need more intensive support and interaction with an adult. Refer them to counseling or someone who would be great to connect with them. If there are students who are motivated with online learning, Deafverse is a great online game for deaf students to play. When students are feeling overwhelmed with in-person stimulation or strained from virtual learning and need a break, Deafverse is a self-paced resource they can play. After playing Deafverse, grab the opportunity to lead discussions on what they learned from the game and how they can apply those skills in real life. Youth development is a wide spectrum of opportunities, skills, and experiences. The bottom line is to listen to your students and how they can support you in the classroom. Creating a space where everyone can feel relief and supported, ready to start their school year. It's all right not to know all the answers. It's also okay to feel unsure and doubtful. But everyone probably feels the same thing at some point. The worst thing that can happen is probably some struggles and facing barriers to get everything back on track. But that is okay. We can remind each other what the pandemic taught many of us. It's okay to make changes, accommodations, and be flexible. We wish you good luck with the new school year.